Welcome, everybody, to the inaugural episode of XXL Men. I'm your host, Jason. Of course, with me is the great man, Jason Roy Gaston. I don't know about you, mate, but I am super excited to be talking about this series.
I am equally excited, and may I just say, the XXL does not apply to my waistline.
Yeah,
It's
let's
my
keep
ego.
it classy. Let's keep it above the waist here.
What did you think it was going to be? I was talking about my ego.
Oh, yeah.
Don't drag me down into the gutter with you.
Yeah.
Kids
I have
watch this
issues.
show.
I've got issues. All right, we're here to talk about episode 1. You know what, Jace? Let's just put it out there. A few weeks ago, I was interested in this show, but I wasn't kind of excited. And I got to say, first episode, for me, completely shocked, blown away in the best way possible.
I was thinking, X-Men 97, continuation of that old X-Men show. This will be cute. I'll watch it. 15 minutes into the show, I'm just going da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. I think it's the best thing.
Yeah, it's catchy as hell.
It is the best thing that Marvel's done since Endgame. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I've absolutely got to agree with that. And you know what I think, really, before we get into the episode, what I think the smartest thing they've done, it's kind of like what they did with Fiona and Cake. They've let the show evolve and grow with the audience.
Yes.
So the characters, I don't know, they just feel they're dealing with more complex things at the moment. Really refreshing. But let's get into that first episode, Jason. What an intro they do.
Goodness.
No Professor X.
Yeah.
First thing I noticed.
He did.
And then, well, he apparently left Earth with the Shi'ar. The Shi'ar
Empire. Lalandra.
Shi'ar Empire.
Lalandra.
Yes.
Come
So
rub
basically,
my head for me, Lalandra. Help put me to sleep, Lalandra.
But it's great because we get all the good stuff there. Let's have a look at this cast, eh? Look at the cast of characters we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, aren't they fantastic? I mean, Morph is a big win. I love the evolution of Morph a lot.
Yes.
And it's great to see. Sorry,
we got our man. I was going to say we got our man Bishop on a full-time basis.
Very nice.
And we got Storm looking like a certified goddess with that mohawk hairdo. I gotta say, I am
best hair ever.
Loving it. And
yes.
One more thing. I love Rogue's glow up. I know everybody was like, but she's not as curvaceous as she was. Yeah, but her head doesn't look like a red and white skunk anymore either. So
yeah, exactly. For me, it's Cyclops. It's just like I'd forgotten how good a leader he is in the animated series, and certainly this first episode is really we get to see him having to be the leader because of the lack of Professor X. And look, it's just great with those interpersonal relationships. They don't muck around straight away. We get to know where everyone's at very quickly, and it's wonderfully done. And it's never. I felt, especially with the first episode, it's like this. They're not dumbing this down one iota. In fact, they're elevating the complexity of it.
Indeed, they are. The show grew up with us, and that was the best thing that could have happened to it. This could have easily just been, let's just do what they did in 97 and just make some money. No, they went all out. They went all out, and I am so appreciative of this series.
I do believe Kevin Feige had a lot to do with the production of this. He took a very personal interest in this series. So, and I think you kind of tell his touch because it's really classically done. Like from the writing upwards, everything is just so good. I mean, the animation, which in the beginning is a little bit junk because you're used to seeing the slightly grainy animated 90s series, but it's beautifully animated. It's great.
It is. It looks amazing.
I
did read an interview where they said that the existence of this show hinged on one thing. They said if they could not get this one thing to happen, they were not going to do the show, and that is Disney needed to get the rights to the theme song.
Oh, yes.
And if Disney didn't get the rights to the theme song, they weren't going to do the show. And
we get a little bit of an
thankfully,
extended version too in this one.
Yes, you got to have more time to show off all the new characters.
Well, it even starts off with the Marvel animation intro now. And thank you, Marvel, for not playing the theatrical version anymore. You're abbreviating. I appreciate that.
And I love the fact that it starts out with the 60s Spider-Man. I love that so much.
Yeah,
The
it's look.
stiff Spider-Man.
I don't want to. I don't think this is a show where we're going to go through the episode too much in detail. We'll just go over some of our favorite bits. Bringing in the Sentinel straight away, smart move for everyone to get reassociated with them. And I thought they did a wonderful job of reminding us how powerful and dangerous the Sentinels are, how much of a threat they are.
Yeah, I mean, these were junked Sentinels, and they were still just terrifying.
Terrifying. Yeah, we got to see Bolivar Trask in this again, so that was nice to see that kind of. Yeah, he's not a nice man. He's not a nice man, but we get to see Master Mold.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
very cool.
Lobotomized. Yeah, which was pretty great as well. So, but really, the kicker is the reveal at the end, right? Like that. Hey, there's a new sheriff in town. And he ain't in a wheelchair.
No, he ain't. I was on board. I was just like, yes, let's do that.
Because the possibilities, right? The story possibilities.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So look, I think
knocking some heads.
Look, guys. To be honest with you, if you're looking for hate on the show, we're not going to be the show for it. Unless they completely drop the ball on this series, I think we're in for a cracker experience with this. And, that first episode, dynamite. Just dynamite. I mean, I also want to say, I thought, because Megan, she knew, my wife kind of knew of the show, seen it as a little bit, but she felt like, oh, yeah, I get the show straight away. So I think it's also what's really great about it is they made it a good entry point for any new fans. It's a great entry point. Because if you don't know the previous storyline, it doesn't matter, really. You can just focus on where it is now. Yeah. They fill you in quite well.
Yeah, and, even if your initiation to X-Men is from the movies, it's easy to go, okay, that's Cyclops, that's Wolverine. Yeah. I don't understand why these people are alive, but I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the refreshing thing is too, and this is no disrespect to the movie, but we're not so, like, the movies are generally Wolverine focused. If he's in it, it's all about Wolverine. And here it is very much, Wolverine is just a side character. He's got as much screen time and length as any other character, which I think it's great. I think it's great Cyclops. We're getting the real Cyclops now, and like I said, this episode I felt was very much about his leadership. But
yes,
it was
talk about a superhero landing. Goodness.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Just absolutely. I'll see you all on the ground. Whee!
That was so cool, right?
That was dope.
I've never seen that before. Like, of course, he could do that. He could absolutely use the power. And that's, I think you raised an excellent point there as well, Jason. What these characters, how they're using their powers is what I'm trying to get out. Is fresh and new for me, anyway.
I'm kind of surprised that they bothered to catch Wolverine, though. He wouldn't have, because, I mean, seriously, just let him fall. He'd be like, let go of me, get somebody else. He'd fall, he'd hit the ground, wham! After about 5 minutes, he'd get up, just kind of, ow!
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing with Wolverine. If he's annoying you, I don't know, drop an anvil on him, because you know he's going to be all right. And you
Looney Tunes. He's like Elmer Fudd. Just drop a safe on him. He'll be fine.
Well, all right, guys.
What the heck? I can't smoke. We're on Disney Plus. I have to have a toothpick in my mouth.
Is that right? We won't see him smoke a cigar, will we?
We never saw him smoke a cigar on the TV show either. He always had a toothpick in his mouth. Remember?
Toothpick. Yeah. Okay.
This is not a cigarette.
To be honest, after this first episode, I've actually gone right back and started. So I'm about the 8th episode in season 1. Because, hey, that's how good this episode was. It made me go back and want to revisit something I haven't seen in 25 years. Incredible. Well, that's it, guys. That's what we thought of the first episode. This is going to be a short show. Each week, we're going to come out and let you know exactly what our thoughts are with it. We're hoping it's going to be joyous and positive like it is with this episode, but we'll find out. But excellent start.
X-Men forever.
All right, guys. X-Men forever. We'll see you next time. Schnick.
Schnick.
All right, guys.